The next morning, I walked around my campsite expecting to find footprints or maybe another trail nearby that I'd somehow missed. Nothing. I convinced myself it had probably been another backpacker passing through and kept hiking. The following night, I made camp a few miles farther down the trail. Around midnight, almost to the minute, I heard it again.
Hey,
I immediately recognized the voice. It was the same guy.
I found you again.
That sentence made my stomach drop. I grabbed my flashlight but didn't turn it on. Then he laughed. Not a crazy laugh, just a quiet little chuckle.
I know you're in there.
This time I answered. I yelled, "Who are you?" There was a pause before he replied.
I've just been out here for a while.
Another pause.
I wanted somebody to talk to.
I don't know why, but that answer bothered me more than if he'd threatened me. Nobody hikes around the woods after midnight looking for conversation. I reached over and grabbed the handgun I kept beside my sleeping bag. I told him I was armed and that if he came any closer, I wasn't going to hesitate. He didn't sound offended. He almost sounded disappointed.
I wasn't going to hurt you.
I finally worked up the nerve to unzip the tent. The second I touched the zipper, silence. I opened it as fast as I could, jumped out with my flashlight, and lit up the trees. Nothing. No footsteps. No flashlight. No movement. The woods were completely empty. I barely slept after that. The next morning, I seriously thought about ending the trip. Instead, I convinced myself I was overreacting. Whoever it was had never actually threatened me. He was just weird. That turned out to be one of the worst decisions I've ever made. The third night, I made camp earlier than usual because I wanted enough daylight to look around before settling in. I checked the area carefully. There weren't any fresh footprints that I could see. No signs that anyone else had been camping nearby. Once it got dark, I zipped myself into the tent and tried to stay awake. At exactly the point where I started feeling tired, I heard him again.